We have the esp32S microcontroller, USB, made by AI Thinker. Before we try to do any kind of programming, we want to make sure that we have a data connection between the computer and the microcontroller. So let's confirm that before we do anything else. One way to do that is with the device manager open, we're going to plug in the microcontroller. Under ports, you should see a COM port appear. Write it down. In my case, it's COM port 4. If you don't see a COM port appear, try a different USB cable. USB cables are not created equal. Some only transmit power, some transmit power and data. And you can't tell by looking at them which is which. So after you've confirmed that you can connect to the microcontroller, disconnect it, set it aside for now, and open up the Arduino IDE software or whatever software you're using to program it. Go to Preferences. Make sure you add the URL for the ESP32 board manager. There'll be a link in the description. Click OK. Go to Tools. Go down here to Board. Choose Boards Manager. At the top here in the search box, type in ESP32 and install the ESP32 by Espressive Systems that shows up. And wait for it to finish. After it's installed, close the board manager, go to File, go to the Examples folder. You should now see ESP32 in the list. Go to Camera, open up the Camera web server. Underneath where it says Select a Camera Model, each line that starts with a double backslash is ignored. So there should only be one line that does not start with a double backslash, and that should be the line that refers to the microcontroller you are actually using. I'm using the AI Thinker. Scroll down to the section that says Enter your Wi-Fi credentials. And on the line that says SSID, between the quotes, type in the name of your network, whatever it might be. On the line that says password between the quotes, type in the password for your SSID network. Okay, so at this point, it's a good idea to hook up a jumper between GPIO 0 and ground on the microcontroller. That'll make sure it gets into programming mode when you plug it in next. So short pins GPIO to 0 to ground, and then plug in your microcontroller again. Once you've done that, go to Tools, go down to Board, make sure you've got the right board selected. In my case, I got the AI Thinker. Make sure you've got the right COM port selected. It'll probably be the same thing you had a moment ago when you wrote it down, but maybe not. Check it out. From here, I recommend click Verify. Wait for it to finish. It should say compiling. And if there's no issues with the actual file you've created, it's going to tell you how much space it's using. And the next step is to simply click on Upload. It shouldn't take long, especially if you verified it first, but wait for it to finish. It'll say compiling sketch. And it should start programming automatically. If you have it jumped from GPIO 0 to ground, it's automatically in programming mode. It should automatically start programming just like you see here. It counts up to 100%. If it doesn't start counting up to 100%, you didn't have pins shorted. GPIO 0 to ground. Double check your pin out. Make sure it's right. When it's done, it should say leaving, hard resetting. And at that point, just unplug that jumper from either GPIO 0 or ground. Doesn't matter which. Unplug one of them. Once you've done that, at the top, choose Tools and open up the serial monitor. With the serial monitor open, press the reset button on the microcontroller. You should see this start up just like this. Power on, reset. Boom, Wi-Fi connected, camera ready, and the IP address is listed right there. Write that down. After you disconnect one end of the jumper that you had from GPIO 0 to ground, after you disconnect one end, it doesn't matter which, you do have to press reset with the serial monitor open for it to actually reset and boot up. So write down the IP address, open up a web browser. In the web browser, type in the IP address you just wrote down. Press enter. It should take you to this page. This is the actual server. If you scroll to the bottom of this list, click on Get Still. You should see a photo there. In my case, it's my ceiling. If you click on Start Stream, you should have video there. In my case, it's my ceiling still, but Stop Stream, Start Stream, Stop Stream. If you have a SD card, you can click Save. If you have an SD card, you can actually click Save, and it will save your file that you're viewing. Or if you want to save it still, you can click a still and save that, whatever the case may be. And that is a quick, down and dirty, fast start. Quick start guide, whatever you want to call it.